Well, ladies and gentlemen, the meeting of the Wadsworth Planning Commission will please come to order. First item on our agenda is public participation. I would note that the only people in the audience are those representing items on our agenda. So I will move on from there to old business. And under old business, we have the minutes of the September 23rd meeting. Commissioners, are there any additions or corrections? No. If not, is there a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Heard the motion, the second. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Under new to business, the first item is a replat and lot split on 633 Silvercrest Road. Lewis Land Professionals applicant in the R3 residential district. Mr. Kaiser.
Okay, this plat splits city lot 7767 into two parcels. Platted, oops. Let's go back here. As you can see above, currently it's about 1.5 acres. It would split off, so the easternmost portion, which is roughly 1/2 acre, would contain the existing house, barn, garage. And the remaining 1.1 acre to the west would be a vacant lot for a future single-family home. The plat also dedicates a 15-foot highway easement on Silvercrest Road. It turns that into dedicated right-of-way. So here's what the plat looks like now on the county records. And the two parallel lines you see up there, the land in between those is still owned by the current applicant. It just represents the portion of the lot that is within a highway easement, which is how things were done when the property was in the township. When this came in, this never got converted to right-of-way. That will happen with this plat. Engineering has reviewed the plat as well. They're going to assign two new parcel numbers, and they also noted that even though typically the minimum right-of-way width in most cases at least 30 feet center line to edge, there's really no room to do that. Most of the homes on Silvercrest, again, were built when they were in the township. There were really no zoning setbacks, and if we took the full 30-foot right-of-way, we would taking land that would include a lot of front porches, maybe even part of the house. So they said, given the low density of traffic, this is fine. So there's no additional right-of-way dedication required other than converting the existing easement. So with that in mind, recommend Commission approve this lot split with the right-of-way dedication. With the two staff reports noted in the, two conditions noted in the staff report. One is engineering department does approve all the survey data, signature blocks, they'll assign new lot numbers. And because this does have a right-of-way dedication, it will have to go to council to accept that 15 feet dedication by ordinance. So with approval tonight, we will move this over to council for their review.
Any questions for Mr. Kaiser? Mr. Burgoon? Are you familiar with the conditions? Staff?
Yes.
They're acceptable.
They are.
All right. Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the lot split?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the commission approve the lot split and right-of-way dedication for the replat of city lot 7767 at 633 Silvercrest Road, subject to the two staff recommendations.
Second.
Heard the motion, the second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor of the motion say aye.
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 Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Bagoon. The next item on our agenda is a site plan of building addition, Wadsworth Township Hall and Maintenance Garage at 320 Chestnut Street in the I-2 Heavy Industrial District. Mr. Kaiser.
Okay, Wadsworth Township is proposing an addition, about 28 feet by 40, to their office maintenance garage at 320 Chestnut. Here's an aerial of what the site currently looks like. The red star is where that addition would be located. And it shows up on here, although it's a little hard to see at this scale. But it is on the south side of the existing main building. Addition's going to be about 190 feet from the street. It's going to be bounded on the south by 2 other storage maintenance buildings, so it's going to have very limited visibility from the public street. So with that in mind, even though governmental facilities are initially permitted uses, they typically require a public hearing. I think the scope of this project warrants that the public hearing be waived and the project be reviewed for site plan compliance only. We really aren't adding any additional functions at the garage office. It just creates a little more office space and separates the physical offices from the public meeting room. So going down, you see what the addition would look like. It is the area here to your, on the left side of your screen. Adds 2 additional restrooms, hallway. The existing meeting room would remain the same. Current office functions that are actually in a mezzanine within the garage would be moved over here to this main entrance. So you'd have a main entrance to the outdoor. Offices would be set up in this space. And again, that would free up some room here in this mezzanine area. The meeting room would pretty much remain where it exists. Again, looking at it, there were no zoning concerns. The project is staying within the existing bounds of the that were established by the existing buildings. And again, going back to it, when you look to the east, property abuts the ABC Railroad. There's also some vacant land in an industrial zone a little bit east of that, and that I believe is owned by the city. So there's really no neighbors that would be impacted by this this particular improvement. Also, Township has been in touch with the engineering department to discuss post-planning reviews, especially as they pertain to stormwater management. It's been noted that most of the land that this addition would go on is already impervious surface, so there's really not a whole lot to look at. Didn't get any comments back from electric department. Fire department did recommend conditional approval. They'll need to post occupancy loads, extend the fire alarm systems into this addition, and obviously structure has to be built to Ohio building and Ohio fire code standards. Engineering department also recommended conditional approval. There were no major issues for the commission to consider. During their civil plan review, which should be rather quick, the applicant will need to address whether they're going to have new laterals for this addition or whether they intend to just tie into the existing sanitary and water line that's already within the existing facilities. It's probably the most likely. As I mentioned earlier, the addition is on impervious surface, so there's really no need for any additional stormwater management plans or calculations, so should go rather quickly. So with that in mind, 2 recommendations. First is that the commission waive the public hearing requirement and review the plan for site plan compliance only, and then I would approve the site plan for the addition with the 4 conditions as noted in the staff report. Also wanted to let you know there was, Township was notified of this meeting, was informed that it might conflict with another meeting they had. Someone was going to try and be here, but I said this should go rather quickly. So
Apparently there was a conflict.
Don't know if anyone planned to show up at this late stage, but overall, again, just looking at the overall design, it will complement the existing facility rather nicely.
Any questions for Mr. Kaiser? All right, let's handle this in motions. One will be to waive the public hearing requirement. The second would be to approve the project with the 4 conditions.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the Planning Commission waive the public hearing requirement and review of the, review the project for site plan compliance only on the addition of the Wadsworth Township Hall and Maintenance Garage at 320 Chestnut Street.
Second.
You've included both items in one motion.
I intended only to waive the public hearing.
Okay, very good. All right, we have a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the Planning Commission approve the plans for the Township Office addition at 320 Chestnut Street, subject to the 4 staff recommendations.
Second?
Heard the motion, the second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Other business? Mr. Kaiser, is there any other business for the commission?
That's it for today. Our next scheduled meeting was for Monday, December 23rd. That deadline has come and gone. We've got no cases. So that meeting will be canceled more likely than not. If something would come up that required urgent action, we can always schedule a special meeting. So our next regularly scheduled meeting will be on Monday, January 13th, 2025.
Happy New Year.
Very
Okay.
good.
Commissioners have anything else to bring up? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
We are adjourned.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.